Okay. Let me see. Just delete this. Okay, and delete this. Okay, I'm gonna discuss about the state broadcast thing. Just a minute. Hold on a second. Okay. Do you see my screen? Okay. So I'm gonna discuss about the some basically this is kind of definition type of the problem. I'm gonna discuss about the mortality rate. Let me see. Let me just copy down what this is means. Okay. So basically, cumulative incidence and the and then the increase in prevalence, same as the disease increase rate, and and what else? And then also the prevalence of this at the end, and the prevalence disease prevalence and mortality rate. This is very, very confusing term. Okay, so let me just draw the line here. Say this is the beginning of the year, and then this is the end of the year. All right. So just this from this example, probably that's easier to understand from this example. The state of the beginning of the year is 4 million people. Okay, and then at the beginning of the year there were like already 20,000 people have a disease. Okay, and then end of the year, so basically during 1 year, 7,000 new cases, and 1,000 people died from that disease. Okay, and then also there are some other deaths from all other causes, 40,000 people, right? So let's just draw this it's graphically right here. Beginning of the year, 4 million people, then 20 people, 2,000 people already has it, plus is added 7,000 people, and then the minus 1,000 people who died of that disease, right? Now, what you are trying to calculate is the cumulative incidence. Cumulative incidence. Incidence means this one, because when you calculate the incidence is how much new cases are added, right? So what we do here is you basically from the beginning. So this is like a beginning. The only calculate at the beginning. Okay, so beginning, and then you add and subtract the whatever is happening during that period. So that's the kind of convention. Okay, so this is like sometimes some of the terminologies are really doesn't make sense, but this is that's how define it. So, okay, so we need to follow that rule anyway. So beginning of the year, how many number of people at risk? Begin, and then number of people added, new cases, and then that's the basically this is the let me just rewrite it here. New cases. The new cases. That's the cumulative instance. So this was basically new cases was the 7,000 new cases during that whole period, right? So in this case, 7,000 over the people at risk is 4 million people, but there were 20,000 people already has it, right? So you don't have to count. You have to remove those people. So the 4 million minus the 20,000 people, which will be 398 the 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, so now there's the cumulative incidence. Okay, that's one thing. All right. Now, second thing is let me see what was the second thing that we are going to discuss. So number of the increase increase in prevalence or disease increase rate, or I think they have another one here. Rate of instance, rate of increase over disease. Same thing, but the statistics usually makes like very different names, different kind of way of expressing things. Increase in disease prevalence, rate of increase over disease, or increase in prevalence. So they are all same thing. Disease increase rate, all the same thing, but very, very using the different terminology and then different the definitions. That makes it very, very difficult. Okay. So the increase in the prevalence or disease increase rate or what else? And the rate of increase in disease. So rate of increase in disease. So whenever you see rate, right? Rate has something to do with the always something. Rate always means something new cases. Okay, so by convention, this is like basically the total population at the beginning. Begin over the new death, U minus death. So in this case, it's going to be the we start with total population. So 4,000 and 4 million, and then the new cases 7,000, then minus deaths or cured. Okay, so that's the rate of increase. I mean, increase the rate of increase in disease, or increase in the prevalence, or disease increase rate. Okay, so this kind of definitions are very, very hard to remember, but it's kind of that's how that they are defined. And then also just make sure that this total population at the beginning, and then new minus the death. Okay. All right. Now the next measure is going to be the end. Oh yeah, this is the end of the where is it? End of the end of year prevalence. End prevalence. Okay. So let me use another color here. So third one is end prevalence. So end of year prevalence. Okay. So sometimes they call it like prevalence of disease at the end of the year. Same thing, right? End of the year prevalence. Okay. So in this case, so this is kind of little bit different from the previous ones. So end of year prevalence is what's the whenever you see prevalence, think about the denominator has to be total population. Okay. So incidence, you think about the at risk. Okay. And then prevalence, total population. Okay. So end of the here the total population is what? Total population and the end is going to be the 4 million. So total population at the end is 4 million, right? The for 40,000 people died of something else, and then 1,000 people died of this disease, right? That's what the total population is right now, right? At the end of the year, right? This is what the question was saying, right? Here, the new cases. I mean, the 4,000 died and then 1,000 died, right? 40,000, and then we start with 4 million people, right? So this is the picture, right? So uh, 4 million minus 40,000 minus the 1,000, okay? That's the total population at the end of the year. Now then number of the new cases, I mean number of new cases is which was 7,000, right? And then minus 7,000. Yeah, so just the total number is we start with 20,000, right? And then add 7,000 and then minus 1,000, right? So 20,000 plus 8,000, 1,000. And this is this is a total end of year prevalence. End of year prevalence. So total population in the bottom. Total population at the end of the year is the 4 million minus 40,000 died of something else. And then the 1,000 died of this disease, right? And then over the top part is number of people who already had the disease, which is 20,000 people. And new cases is 7,000. And then like who are cured or dead died is 1,000. Okay, so this is the end of year prevalence, end year prevalence. Okay, so three of them. So we have so far we did like three measures. That cumulative instance is calculated at the beginning. So you look at the number of risk. Number of risk at the beginning is $4 million, 4 million people minus the who already had. You cannot have twice, right? So 3,900, I mean, 39, how do you call that? Like 3 million and then 980,000. Okay. And then the out of that people, and those are the people who potentially could have a disease, right? During that the 1 year period, right? And then out of that people, new cases. But make sure that this one doesn't count the by convention people died. Okay, so only the new cases. There's a cumulative instance, right? So so that's what this is an instance, because like I said, instance always number of risk at the bottom. Okay, prevalence, total population. So this was the end of a year prevalence, right? So just total population. How many people are left at the end of the year? 4 million minus people died, right? 40,000 and then 10,000, right? If there was the question was asking if there were like maybe 2,000 people were born, then it will be added 2,000. Let me just use different color. Born. Okay, so make sure that you know this. Okay, and the next measure is a mortality rate. So that's going to be for use this color right here. Mortality rate. Mortality rate is the mortality rate. Let me see. Mortality rate is okay. So that's like the number of deaths per year divided by the total population. So number of deaths, where is it? Okay, the number 4, right? Mortality rate, total population. Total population at the beginning year. Okay, and then over number of deaths was there were the 40,000 people who died of something else, and then 1,000 who died of this disease, right? That's the mortality rate. So this is kind of the confusing. Sometimes we use the beginning term, sometimes we use the end term, right? Only thing, unless it's specified, that there's the prevalence at the end of the year you always use the beginning of the year. Okay, so mortality rate is also beginning of the year. So beginning of the is total population, the bottom. So which is 4 million minus the people died. So 40 million and 40,000, and then the 1,000, right? And then if there was the newborn babies, then you add that, right? And then the uh, I'm sorry. This is wrong. This is like for total population at the beginning, which is just simply 4 million there, 4 million people. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so 4 million at the 4 million at the bottom, and then the people died during that year, 4,000, 40,000 minus 1,000. Okay, so that's the mortality rate. And yeah, so this is like 41 and then over 4 million. Yeah, sorry about that. And then another thing is that another measure is going to be the number 4, number 5 is the attack rate. Attack rate is number of people died of that particular disease out of number of people who had the disease. Okay, so if there was like the number of people, I'm sorry, what am I doing? Specific mortality rate. So specific mortality rate means that number of people who died of that disease out of number of people who had that disease. Okay, so specific mortality rate is number of people who had disease, which is at the beginning of the year, 20,000, right? And then you add 7,000, and then minus 1,000. Those are people who had at the end of the year, right? And then people who died is 1,000. Right? So that's the mortality rate at the specific mortality rate. Okay, so this is like all definition kind of things. So there's no other way than just if you do some couple of questions and understand the definitions. Okay, all right. Thank you.